Hey everybody, and welcome to Stock Picks by Tim. I want to get into Volta today, that is VLTA, and I haven't covered this one in a while. It has ran up to about $10 on that infrastructure hype, and we've just been downtrending ever since. Looked like we finally broke our downtrend. Now we're trying to just hover in this $4 range, and I see it as a great time to just average in. And I'm going to get into a couple things here. We're going to go over to tip ranks. We're going to look a little deeper into the technicals, and then I'm going to give you a couple more things just to take note of. And first off, hopping over to tip ranks, we do have a new analyst price target just 3 days ago as of this upload. We've got an average of 1150, representing about 140% upside. We've got 4 ratings, 3 buys, and 1 hold. And our recent analyst was Jonathan Dorsheimer, and he's a 5-star analyst, and we're going to get into that in a second, but we've got 10s across the board, 11, and these are older. These 4-month-old ones, I mean, I wouldn't really pay too much attention to these. And regardless, don't throw all your money into anything just based on what an analyst says or a YouTuber says. It is good to see that more analysts are thinking highly of the stock and are giving it good price targets. Now here he is, Jonathan Dorsheimer, 5-star analyst, 147 out of 286 rating successful, so about half, about a coin flip there, and you're looking at about a 30% average rating. And you'll see here that he does cover a lot of green energy plays. You've got fuel cell, plug power, even Tesla, Volta, and you'll notice on this list, he does give pretty lofty price targets. This is one's at 250% upside, 131% upside. That might be one reason why he isn't more successful. Okay, if he gave more, I wouldn't say more reasonable, but maybe more conservative estimates, he might hit them more often. But yeah, it wasn't yesterday. Okay, it was 3 days. It was 3, possibly 4 days ago. But yeah, he's got Tesla at a $1,200 price target, Volta at 10. I could definitely see Volta getting to 10 over this 2022 year. And let's get into a couple more things here, and I'm going to give you a date to keep an eye on, and let's get into it. So first off, one thing I want you to remember is that they did get $350 million from their Tortoise Acquisition Group, and this was it was actually Tortoise Acquisition Corp 2, and this was when they were a SPAC, and the proceeds from that basically net them $350 million. And as of their last quarter report, they had 331 million of that 350 million. And one thing to remember is their revenue has increased 82% to 20 million compared to 11 million in the prior year period. So that September previously, before they were even publicly traded, probably before the announcement of even the SPAC. So this is a relatively new company. We don't really have too much data to go off of, just what they reported last quarter, really. Yeah, there isn't really much to go off of through Yahoo Finance here, but they've got a decent amount of cash on hand and the revenue's been increasing, not profitable. Now, I'm not sure that this is confirmed or not because we have some conflicting data here. On TradingView, it says it's in March. According to just looking it up here on Microsoft, it says it should be Wednesday, February 9, and the EPS is expected to be negative 12 cents, so they're not expected to be profitable just yet. And I do think that's still a time to get in because at one point they will be profitable. If that revenue keeps increasing, they should definitely be profitable soon. It's good to know that they have half of their market cap in cash. Might be unlikely that they're going to dilute us a whole lot, just knowing that they have a decent amount of cash on hand to continue to expand. And I'm definitely holding on to Volta for the long term. You know, when I did take my profits, I did keep some in. I didn't sell everything. Looking back, it would have been the better decision, of course, but hindsight's 2020. And you can't, you'll drive yourself crazy looking at it from that perspective. So I'm happy I got out with what I did get out of. And I'm using that cash to just slowly average into Volta and get it at an even better price, okay? But I do see this definitely running up over time. Of course, especially when we get more news about any infrastructure bills, adding more chargers to their network. I didn't put this on my presentation here, but I will tell you one more thing really quick. Their total stalls connected in September were 2,100, represent a 50% year-over-year increase. The company added 168 stalls in that last quarter. So we'll see when their earnings report comes out how many stalls they added to in this quarter. So either, February or March, depending on what their actual earnings date is. Because, it said February on Microsoft, but then you go over here. I don't see where the earnings thing is, but I was looking at this on my phone and it said the earnings was like March. Maybe they took it down. Maybe it's different. But not sure about the earnings. I need to go into it more. There's some conflicting data. Let's go over actually really quick. This might give us a better answer. All right, now according to MarketBeat as well, we've got February 9 as the upcoming earnings date. But on TradingView, when I was looking through my phone, I could have sworn it said it was like March 11 or something like that. So I might send the company an email and just confirm when their earnings date actually is. Definitely be on the lookout. It's going to give us more information. We're going to know how many charges they added to in their network. We're going to see how much their revenue grew and all that good stuff. And one more thing before I go, we did break this downtrend and we came back up. We're trying to test this like 450 level and just hold it pretty strong. We did get somewhat of a head and shoulders. I mean, almost every stock, you've seen this pattern lately. You've seen like a half-assed head and shoulders with somewhat of a double top. Kind of a strange pattern. You know, it's not a clear head and shoulders and it's not quite a clear double top. It does look like this pattern's just about completed, and I'm more than happy to continue to add at this price. I'm pretty confident in Volta for the long term, as well as ChargePoint. I think ChargePoint's another solid one to have, and I want diversification within the charging space. You know, otherwise I could just go all in on Charja, all in on Volta. Instead, I want the best of both worlds. So if one runs when the other doesn't run, you can take some profits and vice versa. When one drops and another one's at a different price you don't like as much, you can buy into one more heavier than the other. Right now, I think they honestly are both fantastic buys if you're long-term minded, okay? We are still a bit bearish on the charts, unable to hold any of the EMAs, and that's been the running theme a lot lately with all of these small caps. They've just been continually decimated, continually beaten down. Okay, at some point, there's not going to be anyone left that wants to sell the damn stock. We're getting to such a low valuation, it's starting to not make any sense. You know, we've got companies like CleanSpark, we've got companies like Nano Dimension, while not profitable, you know, besides the fact that they're not profitable, if you look at everything else, I mean, it's a steal at this price. You're talking about companies with more assets than market cap. And little liabilities, okay? We're not talking about huge debt and, you know, just looking at the cash on hand and assets and stuff with huge debt. No, these companies don't have a huge amount of debt. So it is one thing to consider. I think the risk with this one is relatively low. And as for dilution, they do have a decent amount of cash on hand. So that's, of course, good to see from a from a shareholder standpoint. That's good to see that they have a decent amount of cash on hand. But that's basically it for you guys. Just wanted to let you know that I am adding to Volta at this price. I've just been slowly trying to add. Now, don't go all in on this. Don't expect a $10 price target. But I will give this an 8. Over this year, I expect to at least just about double up at this price and see $8 per share. So, and I'm pretty confident in that. And I am considering selling some puts, which would mean if the price dips to a certain point, I would be buying 100 shares per contract. And let me know in the comments below if you're into any options ideas. I definitely got options ideas out there. But yeah, that's basically it for you guys. Just a quick update on Volta. Thanks as always for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. I put out videos every day, and I do appreciate it. And until next time, guys, take it easy.